So for all of that, learning to use LSTMs and Keras is pretty trivial, right? Here is some of our RNN code, and there we go. We just replace the RNN layer with the LSTM layer. The LSTM layer is a little more computationally expensive, right? So your forward passes will be slower, but it has much, much greater trainability. So you should see LSTMs be trainable to good performance on problems that RNNs just cannot learn. There are many, many, many more parameters to this. You can set, oh boy, a lot of stuff. You can change the output functions you use. You can set regularizers for all of those various weight matrices. There are a bunch, right? For now, we're not going to look at all those options. We just need to know that for a pretty vanilla LSTM, you can just do this. All right. Another point that I believe I forgot to put in the slides, but is definitely worth mentioning, right? This is one of those times where CUDNN matters, right? If you are deploying to CUDA, right, to an NVIDIA graphics card using TensorFlow GPU, CUDNN has an optimized, very tweaked LSTM implementation. But it has a very narrow set of parameters that it supports. I think you can't set any regularizers. I'm pretty sure you can't change the activation functions. If you use all of the options just right, and I think if you leave them at their defaults, they will be. I think. I'm not going to swear to that. Then you will get the efficient CUDNN version. If you start changing the options, if you change the output, if you set regularizers, then it will fall back to TensorFlow-generated code, which will be potentially slower. How much slower? I don't know. I think factor of 2-ish, but I'm not sure. Right? Excuse me. So, if you are deploying to GPU using CUDA, you have a reasonable incentive to not tweak a bunch of these options unless you have a good reason to think that you need to. Okay? All right, another little video break.